Hi there, BJ from Christie's RV today. Gonna go through the 2011 Jay Flight 31 RKS. Up front here, you have your outdoor barbecue. You have a propane line that connects under here and here. Both connections are quick connect. Just pull down, push it into place, and then you just turn the little valve on, and that gives you propane. This is a manual light, so just turn the valve to on and put your lighter underneath and light it. Up front you have your large pass-through storage. You have your handle for your power jack on the front in case of emergency if it's not working, and you also have your stabilizer jack handle. So down here you have your 4 stabilizer jacks, 1 in each corner. Once you have the trailer leveled, you crank these down to the ground and it'll stabilize the trailer from rocking or shifting and anything like that. Do not use these to level the trailer. You want to use these just specifically for stabilizing it. Up front you have your 12-volt battery and your dual 30-pound propane tanks. You have your power jack. You have up and down, and then you have a little light here for if you're hooking it up at nighttime. And there's the manual crank here. If it's not working, you can put that handle in and you can manually crank it up and down. The other side of the pass-through storage. You have your satellite and your cable input here, and you have the exhaust for the furnace here. Don't put nothing in front of that, it does get hot. Down here you have your drain, your sewer drain caps right here. You have your black handle, which is for the toilet, and then you have 2 gray ones, and those are for your sinks and your shower. And the hose for that is stored inside the back bumper right here. You have your power cord here, your 30 amp power cord, and it has 30 feet of, approximately 30 feet of line on that. On the back here, this is the vent for the fridge, so you don't want to cover that. The fridge needs proper airflow to work, so you don't want to cover that up. You have your city water connection, so you can connect your hose to that for running water. And you have your outdoor shower, hot and cold, and it has a little shut off here to turn it on and off. This here's your hot water tank. Drain plug is right here. Do not pull that out without releasing the pressure. So you can do that 2 ways. One by pulling the pressure release valve, or by opening up one of the taps inside the trailer. Same thing, this does exhaust here. And it does get hot, so don't put nothing in front. Try to keep that free and clear of anything. Down here are your low point drains for your holding tanks. So when you're not using the water that's in the tanks or you're traveling, you can empty that if you need it. And here's the fill for that. So that's where you fill your holding tank with potable water. You have AC outlets outside. Right here is the crank handle, spot for the spare tire. So you just put the handle in there, crank that down, and that's located underneath here. Go inside. So when you first walk in, up on the left here, you have your awning button in and out, and you have your slide room in and out. And you have 2 light switches here, one for the outside light, one for the inside lights. So that one there is for the outside, and then you have your inside lights, your awning, which is out, and in. And on the awning you have holes here, so you can adjust the height, or the pitch, I'm sorry, of the awning. So if you want it to drain, if you have a light rain or something like that, you can just angle the awning so that it drains off nice. You don't want to leave this open during a heavy rain or hard wind. it will damage the awning or the trailer, so you want to make sure that's brought all the way in when those type of weather conditions are happening. So we'll do the slide out. The slide out only seals when it's all the way in or all the way out, so you want to make sure that's you're at the full extent so it does seal properly. So let's get that all the way out. And right when it gets to full extent, you'll hear like a clicking sound. That means it's all the way. So hold on one sec. Just like that. That means it's all the way out. Okay. 2 recliners here with a large window. You have your CO2 detector down here. You want to test that every once in a while, make sure it's working. There's a little test button on it right here. You have your GFI plug here. This protects the outside plug and any of the plugs in a wet location near the sink or near the bathroom sink. So if there's no power at those, you want to come check that. Make sure it hasn't been went off, so you can just hit the reset button and turn that back on. Under here you have your monitoring panel. Battery, freshwater, black, gray. Then you have your pump. So you have your water pump, so if you have water in the potable water tank, that's your pump. And then for your hot water, you have electric and you have gas. So if you want propane, you just turn that on and that'll light. And if you're running it off of AC because you have the trailer plugged in, you can just turn that on like that. Microwave, just like you have at home. Your stove. The stove has a sparker here. The oven has to be lit with a lighter though. So the stove, you just turn that on like that, and you can spark it. The back one. That's how you light that. And under here, same thing. You have your pilot in the back there. So you turn this dial here to pilot, hold it in, and light that with a lighter. And then once the pilot light's on, you hold it for a few seconds and you can release that. Down below the stove, there's a little door. Okay. And that gives you access to the back of the hot water tank. So you can, when it's time to winterize, you have the valves there to turn those. Below the fridge is your inverter, so you have your DC fuses and your AC breakers. If something's not working, come check, make sure those aren't off or you blew a fuse. You have your fridge and freezer. And that runs off of electric or gas as well. So you can set it to auto, it'll go to electric. If electric's not there, it'll go to gas. So see, it switched over to gas. Or if you want strictly gas, just go like that. Your dinette area and light, there's a switch on there for that. Same thing with the wall sconce, there's a little switch below to turn that on and off. You have an emergency exit behind the couch. Just flip up the 2 red tabs and push out in case you need to get out in an emergency and the door's blocked. You have your coach. There's a storage compartment under here. You also have up front, you have your radio, DVD player. You have 3 zones of speakers. So you have A, B, and C. C is your outdoor speakers. Then you have A and B are your indoors. So there's two sets, one set in the main area, one set in the bedroom. TV. You have your hookup down here for 12-volt source as well. Or if you're using the antenna, there's a button under here, the little green light. That's for your power antenna. And there's a handle here to crank that up and to be able to turn it. You have your thermostat. Here's off. If you want heat, or you want just the fan or cool for the air conditioning. And if you have it set to either or, you have it on auto, so the fan's high or low on automatic. Or if you put the fan, you can also turn the fan on low or high, however you choose. And of course you can adjust your temperature there. Out front, master bedroom. You have another emergency exit window here. Just lift up on the red tab, pull towards you, and push all the way out. Your vanity, you have a light, your shower. There's a travel lock right here. Hot, cold. Skylight up top. There's a spot here for a TV. You have a cable outlet and AC up here as well. Lights up front. And there's a vent here, the manual crank. And then you have your bathroom toilet. That's a separate little room. Your light and a fan in here. To flush the toilet, there's just a little pedal on the front. Push that. Up top you have a smoke alarm here as well, so you want to make sure, just like the CO2 detector, you test that every once in a while, make sure it's working properly. And on the ceiling you'll see the vents here for the air conditioning. So you can, on this unit, you can close this, and they have little vents on the side, so that if you close all those, that'll give you more pressure out of the vents that you see. Or you can have this and it'll give you max pressure airflow in this area right where we are. That's pretty much everything. Congratulations on the new trailer. I hope you enjoy it.